welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is the final video that I will post as a teenager. Wow, that's really weird to say. My birthday's in a couple days and I will no longer be a teenager, so you guys will be one of the last people to see me as a teenager. I'm really excited. I loved my teen years, but I'm ready for a new decade of lessons and blessings and people and exploring. I'm just really excited for my 20s. So yeah. Today I filmed this really pretty, sparkly, bronzy, how many words can I put E on the end of? I filmed this look that I think is a perfect transition from summer into fall. So I'm using some summer colors in that my eyes are very coppery and sparkly and my skin is bronze and sparkly, and then I'm tying in fall with this bold, dark, kind of moving into the vamp colors that fall promotes. So I'm really happy to have found a way to mix the two. I really enjoy how this look turned out. I really like my hair. I've had it for 2 weeks now. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that it was longer. I just cut it last night and I am loving it like this. Hope you guys like it as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So if you want to see how I got this transitional summer to fall look, then please just keep on watching. So I'm starting out with my skin already prepped and moisturized. I used this fresh rose petal face mask today, which left my skin feeling really soft, so I wanted to mention it. And also, before we get started, I have to put on my favorite new album, The Weeknd. Loving the album, so I had to put that on while I'm doing my makeup. I'm doing my brows today with my Anastasia Dipbrow in chocolate brown. Honestly, I really do prefer the brow wiz, but this is just what I had today. I'm skipping through this because it's nothing new. I'm doing my brows the same way I always do, and also my brows are a bit rough, which is why I'm doing this step, which is just going underneath them with concealer to conceal the hairs that I'm too lazy to pluck and to carve them out a little bit. I'm also using that same concealer to prime my eyelids. Starting off with this warm brown matte shade from NYX. I'm taking that on a fluffy blending brush and just very sloppily plopping that in as a transition color. No method or whatever to how I'm applying this. I really just want to get it on there just so that all the other shades that we're applying on our eyelid go on nicely over top of it. Then I'm going into an oldie but goodie, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and taking this matte brown and popping that right over the NYX shadow just to deepen up the crease a little bit and create some dimension. Then with no extra product, I'm just blending out the top of that crease. Then taking this dark burgundy shade, I'm carving out my crease area. I'm using a brush that came with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist palette. I'm just using the denser side to carve out my crease. I'm then going to go in with a Morphe brush. I'll list the number down below, but I'm taking a Morphe brush just to kind of diffuse the burgundy up into the dark brown and the NYX shade. I found that if you put your crease shade on first when you're going for these kind of rounder looks with like a very dark crease, if you put your crease shade on first, then your lid color will blend right up into your crease color effortlessly. Then taking a little bit more of that NYX shade and blending out the top just so we don't have any harsh lines, and then popping a matte cream eyeshadow. Any matte cream eyeshadow will do, just to slightly highlight our brow bone. Moving right along to the star of the show, this is Makeup Geek's Flamethrower. This is one of her foiled eyeshadows. I just sprayed my lid brush with some Fix Plus and then went right in and packed that all over my lid as well as a little bit up into my crease, just so that when we go back with our blending brush, like I stated earlier, it'll all blend together effortlessly. First, I took the dense side of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush just to do some initial blending of the copper into the crease, and then I took the fluffier side just to finish off the blending. Leaving the eyes alone for a little bit, we're going to prime our face with Benefit Porefessional. I really just focus this around the edges of my nose because that's where I get the most oily, just to fill in my pores right there. I really don't put primer anywhere else on my face because I don't really need it. I just get oily right around my nose. For foundation, I'm using my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. You guys know I love this foundation. It's just a very flawless foundation, gives you full coverage, makes your skin look so even and beautiful, but it doesn't feel heavy when going on your face. It dries matte, stays all day long. Like, there's really nothing bad that I can say about this foundation, and I thought it would be a perfect foundation to use with this dramatic eye and lip that we're going for, and also for the season that we're in. I wanted a slightly more highlighted look than normal, so today I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'll put the shade that I'm in down below. I'm putting that right underneath my eyes in triangular shapes. I'm also putting that on the bridge of my nose and in my Cupid's bow, and then blending that out with my Beauty Blender. I like blending this concealer out with my Beauty Blender as opposed to a brush because it is a bit thicker than, say, my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. So I feel like the Beauty Blender really gets in there to make sure that all the product is spread evenly underneath my eyes so it doesn't look like it's just sitting on my skin. And also the Beauty Blender helps the edges blend into my foundation more. So for thicker foundations, I tend to use my Beauty Blender, and for thinner foundations, I find that I can use a brush and still get a flawless finish. To set my concealer and also to minimize the amount of oils that appear right around my nose throughout the day, I am using my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I'm using the The banana shade that comes in the palette, and just popping that on with a Real Techniques brush. Going back to my eyes, I'm trying something new using this Maybelline eyeliner. I started using this eyeliner when I first started out with makeup, and I loved it, especially for things like this where you need it to focus on detail. So the first thing I'm doing is just lining my inner corner, as you saw me do there, and then we're going to extend our inner corner just a little bit to create kind of a cat eye appeal. I would just say take your time with this. This was my first time trying something like this. Just take your time, be very careful, and very precise with where you put the liner. I chose to use this liner because it has a felt tip, so it makes it easier to maneuver. I'm then taking my Maybelline Define a Line just to continue that black all along my waterline. For lashes today, I'm using Ardell Double Wispies, so double the glam, which is totally right up my alley. Then for contour and bronzing and everything involving our cheeks today, we're just using this Covergirl Ebony bronzer from their Queen collection. First going in on my NARS Kabuki brush to carve out my cheeks, and then placing that along my forehead and my temples. You guys know the drill. This is nothing new. I'm then taking a fluffier brush just to put that same bronzer right a little bit on my jawline, and then also to blend out my cheekbone contour just a little bit. For highlight today, I'm trying something different. I'm using an eyeshadow from the Lorac Unzipped palette, and I'm also applying it. I really enjoy this. I'm also applying it with a fluffier brush that you would usually use for blush. I just found that using a fluffier brush helps it blend into your blush, your contour, basically anything that's going to be on your cheek. It helps it blend in a lot more if you use it on a fluffier brush. I'm then taking that same eyeshadow, singing a little bit, and putting that on my nose, and then also going to highlight my Cupid's bow with that. For lips, I'm starting out with MAC's Sin lipstick and just putting that all over my lips. I wish I had a liner to go with this. I just feel like it would be more precise, but it also doesn't look horrible without a liner, so just taking that and putting that all over my lips. And right here, I was sad because the Weeknd's album ended, but don't be sad, never fear. I have another new song that I'm obsessed with, and it's Mr. Bieber's song, Mr. Bieber. So I had to put on the Biebs to finish out my makeup today. Feel free to leave your lip like this, but I wanted to add some extra gloss, so I'm going in with Gerard Cosmetics lip gloss in Cocoa Bear. You guys know I love this shade, and it goes really, really nicely over top of the red lipstick. To make the powders on our cheeks set into our skin, we're just going to spray it with Fix Plus, and then girlfriend, you are done. Alright guys, that is the final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. Like always, what I used will be in the description box below, as well as on my makeup Instagram, which you should follow, as well as my personal Instagram. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm also on Snapchat, which is my favorite app ever. I will list all of my at names down below because they are different. People stole my name, so they're different, so I'll list them down below. Make sure to follow me and interact with me on there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and all my videos and subscribing to my channel. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.